The story begins with a computer engineer named Max, who is wrapping up his work in Thailand and heading back to his home country, the USA. Upon arriving at his hotel after work, the receptionist hands him a package from an unknown sender. Inside, he finds an advanced cutting-edge smartphone in it. Without giving it much thought, he sets the phone aside and goes about his business. However, the phone suddenly rings with a message displaying that hotel prices will be 50% off this weekend. Max confirms the offer with the receptionist and decides to extend his stay in Thailand for 2 more days to enjoy the discount. Later that evening, Max catches sight of a news report revealing that the plane he was originally supposed to be on has crashed, with no survivors. A chill runs down his spine as he realizes he narrowly escaped the tragedy because of the message he received on the phone. Just then, he receives another message on his phone, advising him to buy shares of Sizer Company to make money. Max ignores the message, but later when he returns to his hotel room, he is bewildered by the news on the TV that informs that the shares of Sizer Company have suddenly skyrocketed and the investors made high profits out of that. Max is completely surprised by the news and regrets missing the opportunity mentioned in the message. Additionally, when he tries to check the source of the messages, he is bewildered to find that there is no record of the sender on his phone. The following day, as Max prepares to leave for the USA, he receives yet another message instructing him to travel to Prague. Without hesitation, Max cancels his initial flight and decides to head to Prague. After arriving at the Prague airport, Max quickly takes a taxi to the Empire Hotel, as suggested in the message. The taxi driver Yuri strikes up a conversation and praises Max's phone, mentioning that it's the most advanced model and has yet to be released on the market. Yuri reveals that he hails from Russia and possesses substantial technical expertise, offering his assistance to Max if he encounters any issues with his phone. Once at the hotel, Max tries to track down information about the sender of the package through the shipping company, but the company refuses to disclose such information due to its policy. Shortly after, Max receives another message on his phone, instructing him to try his luck at slot 13 in the hotel's casino. However, when he arrives, another person is already playing the machine. Suddenly, Max gets another message, predicting that the 4th spin will hit the jackpot. Max offers the man 20 euros to exchange his seat, claiming he is superstitious about the number, but the guy couldn't care less and keeps playing. As he's about to spin for the 4th time, Max grabs the man's hand and raises the offer to 100 euros, which the man accepts in exchange for his spot. Max then tries his luck by pressing the button and miraculously wins a whopping $300,000 in his very first attempt. The casino's manager John is bewildered to witness the unfolding events through the security cameras and instructs his team to keep a close eye on Max. Just then, Max receives another message instructing him to move his winnings to the blackjack table. Following the instructions, Max bets all his winnings on a hand of blackjack. Once again, the message proves to be spot on as Max wins big. Noticing Max's remarkable streak, John is taken aback and observes that Max has been discreetly using his phone while playing. He dispatches one of his associates to inform Max that the use of phones is strictly prohibited within casino premises. Despite his big wins, Max is still not satisfied and wants to win more. He steps outside the casino and contacts Yuri, seeking a way to receive messages without having to visibly check his phone. Yuri agrees to help but demands a fee of 500 euros for his services. Max agrees to the terms, and since Yuri needs some time to arrive, he heads back into the casino. Inside, Max comes across a drunken man attempting to force himself on his girlfriend. He steps in to help, but the man punches him, knocking Max unconscious. It turns out that this was all a setup, and the fake couple are associated with the casino, and they conspire to create a distraction in order to clone Max's SIM card and trace the messages he's been receiving. When Max regains consciousness, the man is gone, leaving the woman behind. She introduces herself as Camilla, and Max begins to flirt with her. Their conversation is cut short when Yuri calls, asking Max to meet him outside the casino. Meanwhile, when John's team tries to trace the messages on Max's SIM card, they too are shocked to discover that there is no record of them anywhere in the world. Outside, Max meets Yuri, who hands him a pair of text-to-speech Bluetooth earbuds that allow Max to discreetly listen to messages without looking at his phone. Max is amazed by the advanced technology, considering it's the year 2009. Armed with the new gadget, Max heads back into the casino and places a bet on the largest machine with a prize of $3 million. Sensing his confidence, John immediately dispatches security after him. Just like before, Max wins again, but suddenly finds himself being chased by security guards. As he tries to escape, he is confronted by FBI agent Grant, who takes him into custody. John also arrives at the scene, insisting that Max is casino's concern, but Grant warns him that staying out of this would be in his best interest. It is revealed that Grant and John share a history as John was a former FBI agent. Grant leads Max to an abandoned building where he interrogates Max at gunpoint regarding the phone and its messages. Max explains that he had received the phone in a parcel and was simply trying to generate some income using its guidance. Observing the genuine fear on his face, Grant believes his story. Shortly afterward, John also arrives at the scene, prompted by the casino owner's request to investigate recent losses. Realizing that John won't leave, Grant shares all the information with him. He explains that the FBI is working with the NSA, trying to track down individuals who have made substantial amounts of money through coordinated messages. Besides being American, there is nothing common among these individuals. Strangely, every time the FBI moved to apprehend them, they died under mysterious circumstances. Fortunately for Max, he is already in custody before that happens. Grant further explains that the NSA has developed the world's most advanced AI program named Echelon, capable of reading and tracking messages across the entire country. Their plan is to use the program to trace the origin of the messages the moment they arrive. Grant then confronts Max, telling him that if he doesn't want to face jail time for the scams he pulled at the casino, he must follow his orders and help them track down the messages. With no other choice, Max agrees to cooperate. Grant keeps his phone and warns Max not to leave the hotel due to potential threats on his life. He then contacts his superior Brooke and requests the activation of the Echelon program. Brooke assures him that the Echelon system will be up and running within 3 hours. While at the hotel, Max receives a call from Camilla, inviting him for a drink at a local bar. Despite Grant's warning, Max leaves the hotel and meets Camilla at the bar. However, their time together is cut short when an FBI officer arrives and escorts Max back to the hotel. In order to trace the source of the messages, Grant gives Max his phone and explains that he must follow the instructions